everybody's doing well. Just wanted to do a quick video on today's action. And, this morning was a little bit rough. I actually embedded a tweet here from ICT about just how hard it was trying to read the chart this morning. And that was definitely true. But one thing I do like about DR, lets me kind of relax, at least until 10:30. Then I actually started looking and seeing kind of what's happening with the market. So working at home today, so I had time to actually pay attention a little bit. And so, just run through this real quick. What we'll notice is, we came down. Again, we have our IDR line, and our DR line is like gray. This pink line is a weekly open. Blue line up here is the midnight open. So again, I would say put midnight on your chart, and I'll talk about that in a second. But, we came down. We ran past IDR. We wicked down. Didn't make it to the DR. Then came back up. So I don't really pay much attention to that. If the body was below the IDR, then I'd be like, okay, I should be coming, I should expect price to come down. So didn't really pay attention to that one as much. And so again, just being patient, waited until price got up here. If you notice up here, the price went up and it went above the IDR line, this red dotted line. And, it kept beating its head on the midnight open. So like I told you yesterday, midnight can be a resistance point or a support point. In this case, it was definitely being a resistance point. And it's like it'll wick up. It actually wicked up above the DR line, this solid gray line. Wicked up once, twice, but it kept coming back down to that midnight open. So this was just a convoluted spot right here. Now I'll tell you what I did, and once I kept coming up and hitting this wick and come back down above the DR, I said, okay. So I put an order up here on the DR line saying, okay, if it gets up here, it should continue to move up. All right, so I put that in. Price came back up, hit my my order, filled me, went up to like $1.25 on the MES, right? And then it just fell back down. So this happened like within like 30 seconds and stopped me out. My stop was 2 ticks below the IDR line. So stopped me out. That was about 3 or 4, probably like 4 points. So it wasn't horrible. I only had one contract on because again, I was trying to rush this a little bit, expecting that since the body was above the IDR, it should start moving up. So price came back down, stopped me out, and I was watching ICT on my on the other side of my monitor, and saw his tweet, and I started laughing. But then price kept coming down, and I really didn't trade any of this because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for price to go above, to go above DR and confirm like it's supposed to. And if I was paying attention, what I would have noticed was that it actually came back down to that 0.5 fib. So even though we hadn't confirmed yet, it still came out to the 0.5 fib and reversed. Okay, and this little green line, this is actually where the DR opens. So it actually starts over here at that 9:30. Okay, that's what that green line is. Because sometimes that could be support and resistance also. Anyway, so price came back up. I didn't take any of this trade. So price finally actually closed above DR. Like I get around lunchtime, right? So of course, all morning I'm sitting there waiting, and then around lunchtime it does what it's supposed to do. And so I noticed it came back down, so it went above DR, closed above DR, came back down to IDR, right? It went below it. So again, like I usually do, like I say, I only have these 5 spots I put my orders. I put an order here on the IDR line for it to go up, and so it came in. That was around 39.90, and I set this for 5 points. It moved up 5 points, and then just closed out at 10 points. Again, I started seeing this kind of action again. It's right around 1 o'clock. I think it's when I actually closed out right around that 4,000. Actually, it was 4,000.25. Because I'm trying to pay some of the the fees and commissions, so to keep my order at 10 points. So I got out at 4,000.25. And I actually shut down this for the rest of the day. I'm like, that was a lot of effort, and I really wasn't feeling the price action. There was a lot of stuff happening in the market, so I just closed out of my TradeAvate account, and then I opened up my paper trading account and just started playing around the rest of the day. Like I didn't do any of this stuff down here. I didn't I missed all this because that wasn't the trade I was looking for. So I didn't really pay attention to this stuff. One thing I did do, again, on paper though, was once it came down, you notice our price come all the way back down. It crossed below the IDR, but didn't get to the DR, and it started kind of curling back up. All right, I don't know if you guys can notice that, like this little curl back up pattern here. Oh, how's it moving? I don't want to move it. I just want to actually see if I can get this to work. All right, so I just want to, so I saw that little curl back up. And so I actually grabbed a contract here on the IDR line just to see what it would do. Ended up going up like 5 points, kind of as expected. So it was a start of retirement trade, but if you look at the time, it was already like 5:30, 5:40. I mean, not 3:40 or so. And so we didn't have much time left in the market. So came up to 5 points. I closed out right at the bottom of this fair value gap. I just had a stop on it or take profit on it. And so again, that was just more for fun. If you guys hit this down trend today, congratulations. But again, I really wasn't looking for it. I got my 10 points. I sweated doing those, so I just kind of shut it down after that. All right. Don't forget to check the homework around the ODR session because that was actually a pretty cool move. And hope this helps.